In this video, we're going to go over the EQ section of the Harrison Mixbus 32c. Alright, so the 32c version has a few more knobs than the basic version of just a regular Harrison Mixbus. And this is based on the 32c console. And so it kind of makes it pretty special to have the exact EQ that console had back in the day that was used on Michael Jackson's Thriller, lots of Queen records, and so on. So what we have here, we have a high pass filter and a low pass filter, and that's going to be pretty useful. Let's say you're recording acoustic guitar and you got some extra low end that you don't really want. You can just raise that up. Or let's say you're recording something really bright and you want to kind of tame the high end a little bit. You can bring the low pass filter down. We're just going to cut the highs and pass the lows. And the numbers on here are really, you can see it's just giving you percentages. You know, it's not giving you exact frequency ranges, which is fine. Because when you're using something like this, you're not seeing a visual readout of what the audio frequency is doing. So you're kind of forced to use your ear. So for me, I would just raise this up until the sound starts getting thin. Then I'd just back it off a little bit. And then that should work good for most situations. And this button over here is to bring the low pass and the high pass in and out. So if you want to make an adjustment, then you want to bypass it to see how the sound changed. And that's a good way to do that. And then this button right here brings in the whole section up here in and out. So you can make your adjustments and then A and B real fast with that. But this is the low band. And when this button right here is not engaged, this is actually a shelf. Let's just say we want it at 60%, which is showing down here. And this should be 3 to 5K range somewhere in here. But once again, they're just giving us percentages. So we can't be for certain, but we can definitely use our ear and kind of tell, yeah, that's a bright range right there. So this is boosting and cutting via the shelf. All right. And then we got 2 mid-range bands. So if this is the low end down here, this is the mids. We got 2 mid-band frequencies. This one starts around 200 hertz and goes all the way up to around 3 kilohertz. So this would be good for like your low mids kind of area. And then you can do this one that kind of overlaps a little bit. This one starts at around 400 hertz and goes up to 6K. So this will give you a good upper mid kind of frequency range that you can boost or cut. And then we have your high end, which is starting at 900 hertz and going all the way up to 13. And this would be more of a shelf right here, unless you click this little button, and then that's going to give it a bell curve where you can really pinpoint a certain frequency and you can either cut it out or you can boost it. All right, so we got bell curves up here, and if they're out, they're just shelving. And then if you want to make your adjustments and then press that button to bring it in and out to AB, what you've done, then that's how you would do that. So as you're moving the frequency knob, just keep in mind that they're giving you a percentage and not an actual frequency range. But these numbers here are getting you kind of close to what the vicinity of frequency ranges you're affecting. And then at that point, you're basically just using your ear. So hope that helps you guys out. I am Dr. McFarland. I will see you in the next video. Keep rocking.